Welcome to the annual Athletic Schools International from Morton Stadium in Dublin, featuring England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. Promises to be a hotly contested afternoon of athletics, so let's join our commentators Dick Hooper and Will Downing.
So the boys 400 hurdles to start. Quilligan of Ireland in 1, Brown of England in 2, Clark of Scotland in 3, James of Wales in 4, Bean Ireland 5, Philo England 6, Campbell Scotland, Moyes Wales. Those are the 8 in this opening race, and it's a very strong start from Joshua Philo of England, who's in lane 6, and Matthew Bean also going well for Ireland, but Philo has now overtaken Scotland's David Campbell in lane 7, and he's on the way to overtaking Oliver Moyes of Wales in 8. It's been a great opening 200 metres for him, but can he keep it going? Can he keep it up? Or will he find the last 200 a real man killer? He started very well, but now slowly beginning to tie up. Oliver Moyes is coming back, and I'm also going well. Michael Quilligan in 1 for Ireland, Joshua Brown in 2 for England, and with only 3 hurdles to go, it's Quilligan and Brown are beginning to come into their own. Philo is maintaining his advantage, but as they come in towards the final straight, Philo in a straight line, can he keep it up? Here comes Quilligan in the lead in 1, and now Brown in 2 for England, Philo in 6, very tight. Philo struck that hurdle, and he's really wavering now. Brown wins it, Quilligan wins the dip for second place, and Philo was third. Well, England picked up 14 points in that race, but it was Joshua Brown who won it, ahead of Michael Quilligan.
Here with Joshua Brown, fresh from his win in the boys 400 metre hurdles. Joshua, fantastic result, you must be delighted.
Yeah, I'm absolutely astonished, because like English schools wasn't too bad, and then come here and win, it's just made it even better.
A fantastic performance, you timed that perfectly coming into the straight, just off the leaders, off your colleague Joshua Fanoog, and then you managed to take it on quite hard.
It's just like, I don't know, just went for it, like my coach said, time it right and you'll succeed, and that's what I did.
So the girls 300 hurdles features for the home side, Kellyanne Doyle and Kelly McGrory for Wales. Lucy Figgleston might be a live option. And away the first time of asking, 3/4 of the boys distance, and a good start in lane 5 by Kelly McGrory for Ireland, and it's Chelsea Walker on this near side who's rising well for England, clattered that hurdle there. And Katie Purvis of Scotland inside her in lane 7, but Walker started very well indeed. Purvis just behind, also going well for Wales is Lucy Figgleston in lane 2 as they straighten up. It's Figgleston going well, but in the outside lane it's Chelsea Walker from York representing England, and she's got a strong advantage. Katie Purvis behind her, also Figgleston is going very well, but Walker finds herself in front, and she hit that very badly. Figgleston coming up for Wales, and Purvis for Scotland in lane 7, and Katie Purvis wins it, and a dip between Lucy Figgleston and Kelly McGrory, but Chelsea Walker lost it on the last hurdle, and Purvis can't quite believe she's won it, but she has.
Yeah, great win for Purvis there, Will, but Kelly McGrory had a very fine finish. She won the dip for third, and she ran a really fast time, 43.41, finished very strong. Good points for Ireland.
And Katie Purvis being congratulated by Pamela McNichol, and look at that disbelief that she's got the victory for Scotland, and what a win for her. So Katie Purvis wins, 42.81, Figgleston second and McGrory third. I don't know if it's sunk in yet, but maybe it will when Kieran O'Cahan puts the gold medal around her neck. That was a very good victory. So in this girls 800 metres, Molly Long and Isabel Ives for England. Alana Lally just back from international duty. So we're underway. It is Carla Sweeney of Ireland, Kate Seary of Wales, Gemma Reekie of Scotland, Molly Long of England, Alana Lally of Ireland, Abby Backshall of Wales, Katie Anderson of Scotland, and Isabel Ives of England. And Alana Lally, after representing Ireland so well internationally in the summer, will be hoping for a high finish here, Dick.
Yeah, hopes are high. Alana Lally is a great prospect. She's coached by PJ Coyle down in Galway, and Irish women's 800 metre running is really on a high at the moment, and it's fired by a lot of very young talent that's around. Just ahead of these two girls in the age group ahead of them is Shifra Nicleric and Shifra Butner and Aisling Crossy, and these two girls have got their times down around the 2:3 mark. Alana's best time is about 2:8, and she's going to be very competitive in this race today. There's two very good English girls as well, Molly Long and Isabel Ives. but it's great to see Alana. I would think Alana thinks she's a real chance of beating these, and it's good to see her out there dictating the pace effectively from the inside lane.
Alana Lally is up there for Ireland alongside the English duo of Isabel Ives and Molly Long. They're looking to pull away. Also there in fourth place is Gemma Reekie of Scotland from Kilbirnie, from Garnock Academy, and not too far off the pace is Carla Sweeney. They're still well bunched here with 300 metres to go, but it's still Alana Lally up for Ireland against the English duo of Molly Long and Isabel Ives. And now they begin to push away. Molly Long and Isabel Ives along with Alana Lally, and it's these three now. Carla Sweeney of Ireland and Gemma Reekie of Scotland find themselves behind the pace. It's the English duo in front with 150 to go. Molly Long and Isabel Ives, and Lally is fighting hard to keep up here. Can Alana Lally get a big win on the track early on here for Ireland? Pulling away here now is Molly Long ahead of Ives, and Lally is fighting back, and Lally's trying to get the victory, at least get a second place. Molly Long is holding on ahead of Isabel Ives, and Long will win it for England. Ives is second, Lally is third for Ireland, and Sweeney fourth for Ireland, but Molly Long pulled away well and got a very good win for England.
Yeah, that was a really good middle distance race and a great performance by the Irish girls. Alana Lally really put it up to the two English girls. She was competitive right the whole way down the straight, and Carla Sweeney behind in fourth place gave a very good account of herself.
So Molly Long wins. Maximum points for England, 15 points in total. Long, Ives ahead of Lally and Sweeney. So now the boys, 800 metres in this for England. Christian van Eitsen and Daniel Rowden. For Ireland, Jack Reed and Nicholas Sheehan. Maybe there's an opportunity for Matthew Harding of Wales as well. So we're underway. Jack Reed and Nicholas Sheehan for Ireland, Daniel Rowden and Christian van Eitsen for England. Scotland of Stephen Murray and Ben Greenwood. Wales, Matthew Harding, who you saw stretching at the off, and David George is on the outside without a number on the front, so he'll be easy to pick out.
I think the overall theme of this is the strength of the English teams, and we've got two very good 800 metre runners here, Van Eitsen and Rowden, who come with a good calibre and very experienced, probably at PBs around the 154 mark. The two Irish boys, Reed and Sheehan, looking to give a good account of themselves. I like the start they've made. They've committed to the race, and the thing is for them to hang in there as long as they can and see what they can get out of it. The two English boys looking strong, dictating the pace at this stage.
And on the outside is Ben Greenwood for Scotland. That's David George without the number on his front singlet, and coming on the outside now for Ireland is Jack Reed of St Joseph's Rochford Bridge, but it's the two representatives of the bell for England, Daniel Rowden and Christian van Eitsen, on the inside taking it up, and they've accelerated a little bit as soon as they heard the bell, but the Irish contingent of Reed and Ben Greenwood of Scotland still staying up with them very strongly, but van Eitsen having a little look around, and he has support from Rowden. Still no move for them yet. Jack Reed in second place for Ireland.
Great to see Jack mix it there. Jack is a member of Mullingar Harriers, and Mullingar Harriers have a great tradition in middle distance and long distance running, and Jack is giving a fine account of himself. He's in there with two of the more fancied English boys. He's putting it up to them, and they're two big strong looking fellas. Nicholas Sheehan is losing a little bit of ground, so he'd want to just concentrate and hold where he is there. He certainly doesn't want to go back any further. But here comes the two English boys now. Jack needs to dig in. You never know what will happen when somebody tires in a straight.
Christian van Eitsen pounced at the right time, and Rowden behind him in second. It looks like another England 1-2 and more maximum points. It's Christian van Eitsen who wins for England. Rowden is second, Jack Reed third, Nicholas Sheehan fourth. So England 1 and 2, Ireland 3 and 4, and indeed Scotland 5 and 6, and Wales 7 and 8. So England have pulled it off again with another maximum points haul. So victory for Christian van Eitsen, 156.41.
Molly, we spoke to you earlier on in Tullamore after your fantastic victory in the National Championships. How has preparation gone since then?
It's been going good. I never really planned to do this competition because luckily I got picked for it, but it's been going well. Training's been going really well, so hopefully I get PB today.
And back to your training, do things change when you're coming into a major international event like this? Have you changed anything that you had done previously going into the Irish National Championships?
Not really, but I do less of what I usually do and kind of take rest before I go into a big competition.
Well, Molly Scott did a double in the Irish Schools Championships in Tullamore. Let's see what she can pull off here. Edwards, Scott, Malone, Henderson, Lancequot, Mars, Brar and Sherry. Away the first time of asking. Molly Scott got off to a really flying start as usual in lane 2, and Lancequot for England in 5, and here comes Hannah Brar for Wales in lane 7. It's Brar and Lancequot, and Brar will take it ahead of Lancequot of England, and Shannon Malone of Wales was in 3rd place, but Hannah Brar pounced superbly after an excellent start by Molly Scott, and she gets the win for Wales. Very good result for Hannah Brar, the Welsh champion. 11.91 seconds.
With Hannah Brar, winner of the girls 100. Hannah, massive second 50 in the 100 to come through and take the victory in the end.
I'm absolutely shocked. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I didn't expect. I was just hoping for a medal and a PB, to be honest. But to come through first I can't believe it. It's amazing.
Is this the biggest win you've had so far of your career?
Definitely the biggest win, because I don't know, it's the best one because I wasn't expecting it. I just came in just because I'm the youngest of my age group as well, just hoping just to get a PB, and I just came away with a gold.
That's fantastic. And listen, when you're coming to events like this, and obviously you're saying your first year at this age group, is there a sense of trepidation and nervousness as you're coming in, or more excitement?
It's more nervous because everyone's like, they don't expect you to do as well as the older ones, but then it's excitement when you actually do pull up with the older ones and show that you deserve to be there as well. So it's a bit of both.
So now look at some field action from this school's international, and Shamie Fennell from West Waterford finishing 4th, clearing 360 in the boys' pole vault. Joshua Hollis and McLean would go a height better at 380, but 4 metres would be his limit. So the battle for victory between 2 Englishmen, and here's Charlie Myers clearing 440 at the first attempt. Nico Hunt needed 3 attempts to clear that mark, having failed with his first 2. This for survival. But it meant he would have to surpass Myers in order to win. Myers had failed twice at 460. This his 3rd attempt. That also no good. So the door opened for victory for Hunt. He too had had 2 failures at 460, but clearing this would earn him victory. But not to be. England 1 and 2, but only 2nd place for Nico Hunt. Charlie Myers taking the honours. 3rd and 4th place for Scotland in the girls' pole vault. This is Anna Gordon clearing 350 to take bronze. But again, it would be England 1-2 here. Ellie Goulding needing 3 attempts at 3 metres 80 before eventually clearing. She'd have attempts at higher heights, but would go no further. So that meant victory for Abigail Roberts, who cleared all the way up to 380. And again, England with 15 maximum points, and Roberts the victor. In the girls' javelin, 3rd place for Tassia Stevens of Wales, a 5th round effort of 41 metres 29, her best of the day. But again, a 1-2 for England. Leanne Davis going no further than 41.72. Again, that's her 5th round throw. Victory for Emma Hamplett, again for England, her very first throw of the day. 45 metres 65, earning her victory and maximum points for England. Marshall Childs would be 3rd for England in the boys' javelin. Drew McLean here, 2nd for Wales. His 4th round throw, 57 metres 52. But Harry Hughes really looked the mark. 5 of his throws beyond 60 metres, including his 2nd round attempt, 69 metres 30.
And with Zachirwin from Sligo, who after a stunning PB last week in the 200 in Donetsk is back for more action here at the Morton Stadium. Zach, how has preparation gone since last week? Have you had enough time to recover for a decent run today?
I don't know. I'll be able to tell later on. We only got back on Monday, and a lot of travelling. We had 3 flights, and it's a good few hours in each airport. So I'm still tired, but I might perform okay. The rest throughout the week might have been good for me.
It was obviously high-class competition in Donetsk last week. How was the experience over there? It was a huge international event and probably something that's the biggest one you've done so far.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. So I learnt a lot. Like, I was lucky to have a heat which I could perform well in and get a PB. That really helped. Like, that helped me learn like doing well in your heat and stuff.
How do you see today going?
I think I might be ranked 1 in the 200. So I'm just trying to not think about that, just enjoy it. And I know if I enjoy it, I'll run well anyways, and I don't have to worry about where I come.
It's been a busy summer for Zachirwin, the European Team Championships in this stadium, and the World Youths in Donetsk. So Irwin in lane 6, trying to start very well. Also going well for England is Fawaz Okanula in lane 3, and it's Okanula, and it's also Zachirwin, and Oliver Bromby's going well for England as well, but it will be taken for England by Okanula. Pearce for Wales looked to get the dip second ahead of Zachirwin in third. And the man who won the intermediate double 100-200 in the schools championships in Ireland finishes third here. Sean Pearce did indeed take second place on the dip.
Yeah, Jack technically was very good in this race. I think he was really just beaten by 2 faster men. Interesting, he did beat one of the other English lads, Oliver Bromby. So overall a very good performance in what's been a great season for Zach.
With Fawaz Okanula, winner of the boys 100, impressive in considering the field that was in it today. A lot of top class athletes there.
Yeah, there were a lot of top class athletes indeed, especially Sean Pearce had a great comeback in the near end of the race.
So there's a lot of guys there with a lot of top end speed that are coming back in the last 50. You had to get out quick to get that gap on them early.
Yeah, it was all about my start. I was spending a long time in the indoors practicing my start, making sure everything was on point, ready for this.
And then moving on now into the summer, what's next for you?
Either UK school games. If not, this might be the last major race of the summer, ready for winter training.
Well, for Ireland in the boys 400 metres, Martin McGeady and Mervyn Harris. England of Jacob Ness and Kim Sobity. Maybe Ben Robbins for Scotland has a chance as well. So away first time, and it's a strong start from Ryan Pike of John Bright School in Wales in lane 3, and also in lane 1 Jacob Ness is going well for England, and Ben Robbins for Scotland in 6 has started superbly. He's overtaken Harry Davis of Wales by this midway point of the race, but going well for England as well. Kim Sobity in lane 5, Jacob Ness absolutely flying along in lane 1, and when he's overtaken 3 others in the staggering, Fraser White, Ryan Pike and Mervyn Harris of Scotland, Wales and Ireland respectively, and Ness of Salisbury of Test Valley School. When they straighten up, it's Jacob Ness in lane 1 who's in the lead, Sobity in lane 5 for England, Ben Robbins in lane 6 for Scotland. Maybe Robbins can take this. Robbins is coming good, Sobity's also going well in 5. Can Ness hang on? I think he just did.
Oh, that's a tough one for the judges, Will. 3 of them within a hair's breadth of each other. Really good race. The winning time there, 48.81. It's very good running. A sub 50 seconds for guys this young is really good, but for maybe 2, possibly 3 of them to go sub 49, that's certainly great running.
It was indeed Jacob Ness who got it tipping on the line ahead of Robbins second and Sobity in third. The girls 300 metres, Ciara Gallagher of Naas in this, Joanna Dykeman for Ireland, but it's a solid start for England from Ella Barrett and also from Cherise Hilton, who's in lane 7. Look at Hilton go. She's already overtaken Joanna Dykeman in lane 8, and the Irish athlete from Carrick-on-Shannon having to fight hard to try and get back into it, but Kelsey Stewart in 6 for Scotland is the closest challenger so far, and Ella Barrett's going well for England in lane 3 as well, but leading the way at Cherise Hilton in lane 7, Barrett in 3, and also Stewart for Scotland in lane 6, but it will be Cherise Hilton from Bromley from Bullerswood School who'll win it. England, Scotland, England. Hilton wins it, led pretty much in the start. Stewart second and Barrett third. And that was a very, very dominant performance. And that is a new meeting record, beating the 2006 mark of another English athlete, Carmen Gedling.
Yeah, it's very fast running. The 300 metres, it's hard to get your head around it really, because it's a rarely run event. It's a development race really at this school's level, because they reckon that 400 metres is just a touch too long for girls as young as this. 2 girls in front here now really are destroying the field. They're pulling away with every stride. They look very efficient athletes, look very fit and primed for the day. they're on a very good pace. They're running sub 4:30 minute pace, which for girls of this age is very good running.
Well, here's the bell, and it's Harriet Knowles-Jones and Rosie Johnson who lead for England, and then there's quite a gap back to the Welsh pair of Carrie Hughes and then Olivia Gwynn, and behind those Gillian Black and Chloe Cowan. Amy Hamill is well back for Ireland, and I think Aisling Joyce has pulled out. Maybe there's been a muscle twinge or something, but looking really strong at the moment. Harriet Knowles-Jones leads for England with 200 to go. Rosie Johnson, her international colleague from Rainford High, is on her shoulder. It will be England 1 and 2, but in which order? Knowles-Jones keeping the advantage with less than 200 to go. Johnson looking confident. Well, they can take this stride for stride if they want to for the final 150 or so. But now Rosie Johnson hits the front. Knowles-Jones behind. Needs to respond here. We know England are going to get maximum points. A maximum of 15 points here. Carrie Hughes is coming good for Wales. But it's Rosie Johnson who's in the lead here for England and is looking very strong in the closing straight. Rosie Johnson is going to win for England with Harriet Knowles-Jones second. Carrie Hughes is going to come home third for Wales. Around 8 seconds down.
And I think Rosie Johnson can thank her teammate Harriet Knowles-Jones for setting up that race. Several times during the last 2 laps you suspected that she was going to be dropped, but she never let that bit of tread stretch too far, and she always stayed reasonably well in touch. And then when the kick came, she was the stronger.
So it's England 1-2, Wales 3 and 4, Scotland 5 and 6. Not going well early on in the boys' long jump for Ireland. Sam Healy, 2 fouls and in big trouble. Luke Bellantali would finish 4th with a leap of 6:37. Jacob Fincham-Dukes took the lead in the 4th round, going out to 6.72 metres. By this stage, Healy back in it with a 6.63. But it looked as if Toby Adeniyi had won it for England. A 5th round leap going all the way out to 6.79 metres. Victory surely his. But then Sam Healy really pulled it out of the bag, going all the way out 7.01 metres. It was his final round jump, and that enough for victory. Not going well on the track, but certainly well in the field. In the girls' long jump, a 4th place for Ireland for Megan Coomer with 5.29, and a 3rd place for Katie McGowan. Same mark, but taking it on countback. Evian Richardson 2nd for England. Her final round jump of 5.33 taking her beyond the Irish pair, but Simi Fajetamisan taking the honours. 3rd round leap of 5.58. Maximum points for England again. Maria Cleary taking honours for Ireland in the girls' triple jump ahead of Kerry Davidson of England and her Irish colleague Hannah McCauley. 2nd place for Emma Bowie of Scotland in the girls' hammer behind England's Rebecca Keating. In the boys' hammer, this is James Williams' 2nd round throw, 59.92, and Ingham 3rd place. Kieran Wright of Scotland, 5, no marks, but one which counted, 62.27, which earned him 2nd place behind the winner, Ireland's Adam King. His final round throw, 65.01.
Didn't have ideal preparation for it, into bed very late last night, but no, I was just going for the gold medal today more than distance, so yeah, I'm a few metres back alright, but just very happy with the win.
And you were saying you've come off a stiff competition period. You're just back from the European Youth Olympics in Utrecht, and fatigue had to have played a part today.
Yeah, definitely, and I think I'm still in shock from some of the size of some of the fellas over there. Like, the big guys are alright, but yeah, look, I just came here for the win and I got it, so I'm happy.